Hello and welcome to Lifetime in Court, the show where we break down your favorite made-for-TV movies one bottle at a time. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we are talking about Secrets in the Basement. The movie stars
Melina Bartzokis,
Nick Cassidy, Micah McNeil, and Valentina Izara. On the show, we either pour it up, which means yes, or put a cork in it, which means no thank you. For Secrets in the Basement, what are we going to do to this movie? Put a cork in it. If you haven't seen the movie and you want to avoid spoilers, you're going to want to go ahead and hit pause and come on back because I'm going to do a quick recap starting now. Secrets in the Basement begins with Delilah and her husband Shawn checking out their new home with their very cool realtor, Barbara. Little do they know that the secret in the basement is someone in a COVID mask and a baseball hat doing something with an ice pick. The home is a smart home and designed by a fancy local designer named Jay Crisso. When Delilah asks about the basement, Barbara insists that the home doesn't have one. Delilah is suffering from some PTSD after an overdose on prescription pills led to a house fire that injured a woman in her apartment complex. Shawn is supportive of his wife and dutifully makes sure she's taking her medication. The problem is, the person in the basement keeps moving Delilah's pills and gaslighting her by rearranging things in the house and leaving kitchen drawers open. At the hardware store, Delilah runs into a man in a ridiculous suit. He's the home designer, Jay. Naturally, Delilah invites a perfect stranger over to her house for a tour and some wine. Shawn is surprised to come home and find his wife drunk with a man that he's never met. Shawn, ever the good husband, puts Delilah to bed, where she has more stressful dreams about the fire. To quiet her mind and calm her nerves, Delilah heads out to the pool to do some gymnastics. The trouble is, she can't swim and almost drowns. Shawn saves her because, apparently, that's what he does best. The next day, Justine refills her pills and runs into Barbara at the pharmacy. They go for a walk and have a well-written and well-acted talk about mental health. It's rare for a Lifetime movie to depict these so well. Jay spends more and more time with Delilah, which is concerning because he has the same tattoo as the secret basement man. Jay gives some lame advice about being a hammer to a nail, and then he drugs her. With Delilah passed out, Jay meets up with Barbara, who has found the original blueprints to the house. She is surprised to learn that it does have a basement, and there might be some secrets in it. Jay demands that Barbara not tell Delilah about the basement, and just as he is about to kill her, she frantically runs into traffic. Jay visits his wife, Betty, in the hospital. She is in a coma from an accident with a house fire. It is obviously the same fire that Delilah started, and he is seeking revenge for his wife. Delilah discovers the basement, and then Jay pushes her down the stairs. Jay plans to stage a suicide for Delilah, but his plans are thwarted when Shawn comes home and attempts to save his wife. Shawn shoots a gun, but it's full of blanks. Eventually, Delilah grabs a hammer and hits Jay in the face.
Always be the hammer.
He drowns in the pool. Cut to Jay's wife, Betty, coming out of her coma in the hospital. She demands to see her husband. The nurse is reluctant to tell Betty that her husband is dead, and the movie abruptly ends, leaving it open to a sequel. Will Betty seek revenge for her husband's murder? Who cares? And that is Secrets in the Basement. There is some good stuff in here, but overall, no. There's a lot of backstory with the character of Delilah suffering from PTSD, but I actually thought that was something that they got right. They got the stress of PTSD, how being on medication can sometimes be overwhelming. Lifetime doesn't have the best reputation with depictions of mental health. The thing about Jay getting revenge for his wife being put in a coma, Betty, I just didn't get it. Why end on a cliffhanger? Just give me the answers. There's been so many people reaching out to me like, what happened in the end of this movie? And honestly, couldn't tell you, girl. I couldn't tell you. One highlight was Shawn, the boyfriend. He was so cute and supportive and just there for Delilah, and I just really loved him, and I think he should be in more Lifetime movies. Now it is time for the Minority Report, the segment where we talk about representation in TV movies and why it matters. In this movie, there wasn't a whole lot of representation. We had Nurse Reynolds, played by Brandy Hussey. And of course, Barbara, played by Valentina Izara. Queen. And I think that wraps up today's episode. If you want more Lifetime in Court, you can check out our podcast, also called Lifetime in Court, available wherever you get your podcasts, or check out our blog for full reviews at lifetimeincourt.com. We watch these movies, so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear from you. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the show at Lifetime in Court. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Leave a comment below of a movie you'd like to cover, or just chat about this movie. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's it. All right, bye.